All right, boys and girls. All right, boys and girls, welcome to Mr. Jones's Math Corner. Okay, this week we'll be finding the area of an irregular shape. Finding the area of an irregular shape. All right, this one, for example, says Daniel drew the figure at the right. Draw lines to show how you can divide the figure, find the area. Then select the correct area for the figure at the right. Okay, so first what I be doing is I want to divide this shape into like a shape A and a shape B to keep things real simple, okay? I want to draw a line right here. The line's right here. This is going to divide my main shape into shape A and to shape B right here. All right, shape A and shape B. I added my lines right here to make those separate shapes. Now, I'm looking, I know that A, that's the area, equals L times W. And that's all we need. Just two numbers. All right. So we have the 15 here, which is one of our numbers. And then we have 5, another number, which is on shape A. So we're then 15 times 5. That is our shape A. Okay. Now we want to do 15 times 5. I come up here and do 15 times 5. Now, some of us that may be too large to do 15 times 5, right? Well, what you can use is repeated addition. We can do 15 5 times. So that's 2, 3, 4, and that's 5, right? And I draw my lines to separate my units, my ones and my tens, my little wiggly line, right? Everything on top I know is being regrouped. So now I'm going to add my fives, count my fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I write my 5 and I group my 2. Then I add 2 plus, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 plus this 5 gives me 7. So the area here, 15 times 5 equals 75. So box A has an area of 75. So I want to figure out the area for box B. For B, I've got a 5 and have a 5. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to put A equals L times W, because I want to get used to writing that down to know what that formula is, okay? So now, I'm going to replace L and W with my letters, with my numbers. 5, doesn't matter which one you put in, either one. So it's 5 times 5. Now 5 times 5, if I was kicking about my 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. So this equals 25. So 5, my equation here is 5 times 5 equals 25. So box A, area is 75, and box B is 25. But now I want to add these up. I want to add them up. So let's do 25, or 75, plus 25. All right. 5 in the ones, 7 in the tens. 5 in the ones, 7 in the tens. 5 in the ones, 2 in the tens. 5 in the ones, 2 in the tens. And I make sure I'm lining everything up. And I put my line in the middle to separate my ones and my tens and my different units, okay? Everything above this line gets regrouped. All right, So 5 plus 5 gives me 10. 10 ones. Write my 0. Root my 110. And then 1 plus 7 gives me 8. Plus 2 gives me 10. Write my 0. Group my 1. And 1 plus nothing gives me 1 again. So I have 100. Right? Everything here was in centimeters. So I come over here. Process of elimination. We know that nothing added up to being, well, one piece was 25, but it's asking for the whole piece. So this is not the whole answer. Okay, this one says 50. Well, nothing over here equals 50. So we know we cross out B. And we see that the next answer, C, says 75. But we know shape A area was 75, not the whole thing combined. So we know that it is not C. And last but not least, we only have one answer left, which gives us our correct answer. But we see that everything combined together gives us 100. So the answer is D. Now you can divide this any one you divide it to. If you have any kind of questions, contact me on Class Dojo. Until next time, take care.